Yes, it is.
It's Mr. Godfrey from the Jobcentre.
Right, okay, it's a bit late.
Sorry?
I was assuming the appointment was at 10 o'clock. I've had to miss college, in order to wait for this call. I thought it was
I do
10 o'clock.
apologise. I didn't realise that.
Well, we agreed it'd be in the morning time. That's why I agreed with 10 o'clock, so we're free most.
Oh, sorry. I do apologise. Well, would you rather call you back some other time then?
Well,
Or
no,
are
it's
you...
I've missed college now, so I'm here, so we might as well do the call now.
Right, that's fine. What I'm going to do then, just discuss things with you. I'll make a statement out which I'll post out to yourself. If you think anything else needs added onto it, I'm quite happy for you to do that.
Right, okay, no problem.
It will need signing in 3 different places, which I will mark on the form, and I'll also send out a reply envelope for you to send it back in to me.
Right, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah. So if you could just first of all confirm for me your national insurance number and your date of birth, please.
Yeah,
Thank you. And your date of birth. Thank you very much. Right. So I can just confirm with yourself what we've got on the system about your claim.
yep, yeah, yeah, that's correct.
Yep. And also what we've got on there, you get an amount of...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And obviously you're not doing any kind of work at all, paid or unpaid?
Not at the moment, no.
No. And do you have any savings over £6,000?
No, I wish.
No. No. It's just the limit is £6,000,
Yeah.
so we need to get that in the statement anyway. And just yourself living at your address,
Yeah.
flat 85?
Yep.
Right. That's all I needed to confirm with you, if you don't mind me calling you that. So I'm just going to make a statement out about your circumstances. I will send it out to you by post. If you're happy with it, I'll ask you to sign it.
I'm sorry. Is that all the questions there is?
Yeah. If I could review your claim,
What's the allegation?
that you had a gentleman living with you, but you just stated you live on your own.
Well, yeah, I do live on my own. We stated this before. The case was closed, and obviously the person who that they accused of living with me is the person who assists me now and again as a carer for my disability. He doesn't live with me, and we made it clear as well as we sent the forms in, change of circumstances, that this person obviously doesn't live with me, and that was cleared up. Obviously, he doesn't. Who made the allegation? I'm a bit confused, actually. To be fair with you, I'm not really having much of an explanation.
I think I spoke to you once before about it. If we get an allegation within over 3 months...
Yeah, I understand that, but I understand that, but how?
I've no choice.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is, we had Jim Cuthbertson come out on the 10th of December because there was a misunderstanding. In fact, I'm not sure it was a misunderstanding. It may have been intentional. By a job seeker advisor. She completely put 2 different statements through, which we found out, because that's the whole point of why we wanted to record it. We caught her out on it. Now, when we went to make these complaints, I come in with this person who they assumed that I was living with as a witness to a letter that he got, because it's a care of address, of course.
Of course, yeah.
A wrong appointment. Now, he got this appointment for a Saturday on the same day that he was supposed to go in, so he missed it, obviously, because I didn't get it to him in time. So we went down just to make that clear, that it was a care of address. He didn't get the letter, and there was a whole discussion, obviously, on the meaning of the letter itself. That's something separate at the moment. And she went ahead and said that this person, even though I was there as a witness, said that he stayed at my house 2-3 times a week, which was a complete lie at that time, and we went down to make her aware that it was just a care of address. So she put through, obviously, that he was living with me, and Jim Cuthbertson come out on the 10th, and we explained this to him, recorded, And we put it down, we signed it, and he said, right, fair enough, case closed. We rung him about a week afterwards because we were trying to put a complaint in, you see, about this advisor, putting
Yeah,
this
yeah.
referral through. And Jobcentre obviously have not exactly listened to the complaints, have completely swept it under the carpet, hence why it's really important to get recording on the message. But again, due to the side of your department, they refuse to do so. So now an allegation for the same thing, can you not, once a case has been closed, you can't go through
What
the
I
same case again, can you? Because it's already
yeah,
been closed. It wouldn't make
what I
sense.
yeah, what I can do is, because I spoke to yourself at length, and also I'm sending the statement out, I can put it in my report whenever it comes back that this has happened 2 or 3 times to yourself. I can also put how distressed you are about it,
Well,
and
yeah, of
hopefully,
course I'm going to be, because for our eyes away, I've been as transparent as I could possibly be, and I always am. I'm that sort of person. Um, but my question's still not being answered. Who, what information do you have down, and who is it from the job centre, within the job centre? Because I
if
think I need to
you,
be made aware of this so I could go forward with putting a complaint in and
yeah,
getting to the end of
if
this.
if if you wish to have this, you need to. I'm not being awkward now, but you need to put it in writing because it is
But some
disclosure of
people don't
information.
have the
It
time
can.
and the capability to do such things.
Well,
It's
we can't just
inconvenient.
send. Yeah, I understand that, but to get any information like that, you do need to apply for it in writing.
I mean, do you not even, because you did say to go into as much detail as possible, and you did say, I said, the last question I asked you that I'd want to speak to you on Friday about is, do you even have the time and the date that this was put through? Because that would be a great help with itself.
I can't give you the time because there's no time on it.
You said you would because, we
No,
spoke.
as I say, I can't give you time because they don't put the time on it. The date it came through was the 11th of December 2014.
Right, the date that it come through was the 11th of December, that it come
The
through.
11th of December 2014. That's when the allegation was made.
So the day after the case got closed.
What, the case with Mr. Comfortson?
Yes, the date with Jim Cuthbertson, he come out on the 10th of December 2014. On that day, we signed it and we rang him up, and he said that the case was closed and I don't need to hear no further, because we rang him back. He said, don't
Was
ring
it
me again,
yourself
the case
that
has been
Mr.
closed.
Was it yourself that Mr. Comfortson came out and said
Yes,
it?
of course it was. I had my assistant there with me, the carer, the person they accused of staying with me, and we both was there, and we recorded it, and we was as transparent as we could be. We explained the situation, and he said, right, okay, sign this, sign that. We signed it, and then after it said the case was closed. He's happy with what he had, and the case was closed. Now I'm going to explain something to you very slowly, and whether you take this in or not, that's completely up to you, because I understand your position. But this is not an abandoned thing. The job centre have been acting inappropriately, all because of misunderstanding. Now, when this misunderstanding granted, we went about it a bit passionately because we was very stressed. Now, this person called Anne put a wrong claim in, and now she obviously is not taking, there's nobody taking, the blame for this. They're trying to sweep it under the carpet. Now, because we've consistently tried to go and record them to get the complaint moved forward, because it was getting swept under the carpet. By the way, we have the recordings to prove this. It seems that they're trying to target now, and it's obviously been pushed onto me through this other person. The person they accused of staying at my house. That
Yeah,
that's
sorry,
within
go,
three,
carry
and
on.
by and the 11th of December, when the complaint got put through, you said to me that a complaint, if it's after three months that allegations been made, you ignore it. Now the allegation got made the day after my case got closed, the day after that Jim Cuthbertson come out to visit me. Now I'm really not understanding. There's something seriously wrong there, and my advisor at the job centre probably would agree, because even she was shocked at this situation. There's somebody within the job centre that's not happy, and the way we've approached things and trying to go with this complaint. Now, it is being swept under the carpet because we're trying to put this complaint, and I do think I'm being targeted because of that reason, and it's very upsetting.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, can I just go back to what you were saying about what you made a complaint? Did you get any reply from the manager of the office
No,
at
we
all?
recorded it, but she swept it under the carpet. She said she would look into it. She was very sarcastic. She was very rude. She was very dismissive. We have the actual recording. If anybody wants to see the recording, they're welcome to. And she swept it under the carpet. Now, I mean, do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
It's
totally
out there.
understand.
It's
Yeah,
been made public now because of this reason, because they're sweeping this under the carpet. And from what you've just told me, you must understand from my point of view just how it looks.
oh yeah, yes, I do understand that. As far as your complaint goes, um, that I will
I
discuss
don't.
it
Could you
with.
suggest something I could do, please? Because the Jobcentre
Yeah,
Plus are not listening, and I need this to
right.
go through because I can't keep this happening. We've got proof. We've
Yeah,
been transparent. The case was closed. I cannot physically prove something that.
yeah.
Do you know
What
understand?
I what I can suggest is, if you wish to make a complaint, is to do it in writing, um, and put on the envelope that you send it in
Yeah.
for the attention of the manager of whichever office it is.
Well,
Um,
we'll have to go a bit further than that because we already tried with the manager of the job centre, Michelle, and she's the one that was very rude and swept it under the carpet and was very dismissive.
well,
She was, so I think she's
if you put
complicit within
yes,
this team.
yeah, if you make an official complaint, they have to reply to you within, I think it's 14 days.
Right. Okay.
I know you've got access to the DWP website because you mentioned it in the other phone call.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so there's various things on there that will give you an idea about complaints, I'm sure.
I have been
Obviously,
looking through today because I was trying to find an email number for you actually because I was worried,
right,
about the call and I wanted to get in touch because I couldn't phone in. There was no email number of such that I could get into. It does state as well that there should be an email, with every letter that DWP send out or Job Centre Plus, but I don't see any email.
right. No, like I say, I don't go into that website. It's just for people that claim benefit, so they can put into the search engine, whatever they need to know about benefits.
I mean, can I just ask you a question? A man of your position and the job that it entails that you do, obviously, it's an investigation. There's an allegation being made, so you yourself have to go through the motions of having the full disclosure and being fully aware of every single little thing. It seems to me that there's a lot of dismissive people or people that don't want to tell you things or the car or the war, and it's really inconvenient because things like this are happening more and more. Some may be genuinely,
Yeah,
and some are not, but people are categorizing people now, and I prove that to be so. And people struggle in everyday life, and we don't need this, especially if it's a false allegation. The day
yeah,
after the case got closed is even worse.
yeah. I do understand that. I mean, as I explained to you, I just got my job to do, and
Yeah.
I ended up with it. So, um, as I say, going back to the complaint thing, I will put on the envelope, obviously, for the attention of the manager.
Yeah.
Which office do you deal with? Is it Westfield House or Eastbrook Court?
I think it's the Eastbrook one on Vicar Lane, Bradford.
No, the one at the bottom of
Si-
Leeds Road,
yeah, yeah.
in the big new building.
The
Yeah,
one
that's
outside
East.
Cineworld, the
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Eastbrook Court, is that one?
Eastbrook, yeah.
Just give me 2 seconds, can you? I'm just trying to get into the Eastbrook Court website if I can.
So we go
So if I can
further.
find the name of the manager, that's all I was looking about.
Manager's called Michelle. Well, one of them, as far as I'm aware, the one that we spoke to.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of actually what I'm thinking about is the actual manager of the office, not the manager of what you ever deal with.
Right. Okay.
The manager of the office itself. But of course, our systems are wonderful when they work.
I've had that problem with Jobcentre. I wrote a little report about it actually, about how bad the systems are and the information.
Right. Right. The manager is called Miss Mrs. Flaherty.
Mrs. Flartin.
Flaherty,
Right, okay.
and she's the job centre manager. So if you
Have you
make
got a first
whatever
name for that?
J, it's Jane,
Jane.
Jane,
Alright,
Mrs.
okay.
J Flaherty. If you make the envelope out to her personally and
Yeah.
say, for her personal attention, um, put in your letter you would like an acknowledgement that the letter's been received.
Yeah. I
Obviously,
mean, the
I
letter,
know it is.
this compliance letter should not have really been sent out in the first place because, if this allegation was made the day after my case was closed, then it's within that 3 month period, so it should be dismissed and completely ignored, like you stated. So, to me, I've got to go and proceed with this complaint now, and as far as I'm concerned, from your own words, this case should be completely dismissed and I should be left to concentrate on this complaint to investigate further myself. Are we at that understanding?
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, I've just got to deal with that complaint part of it first. If you make sure, obviously, I know you'll keep a copy of whatever you send in.
Yeah.
Um, and they're supposed to acknowledge that they've actually received the letter of complaint.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I
And
could
they
show
should
you. I
acknowledge,
honestly wish I could show
yeah,
you because you actually been really understanding and helpful, and I wish I could show you these videos to see for yourself just what's gone on, and I understand a man in your position and what you do, and it's nice for you to hear both sides of the story, of course.
yeah,
But yeah, I will be going ahead with this complaint to this manager and see what
right,
happens.
right, that's fine. So what I'll do, I'll get this statement made out, send it out to you, as I say. If you need to alter it anyway, um, obviously you can do because it's your statement, or if you need to add anything onto it, you're quite welcome to do so. Um,
These are the letters for this interview today. Do you say the letters you're sending out, or for the manager?
just what we've talked about. It's just a statement of your
I
circumstances, because
mean, I
obviously
understand
I
that.
did.
I understand that from. But going back just a second, why are these forms still sending out? And why do I need to sign something for something that should be dismissed and not even put through in the first place, as it was the day after? And you said to me
Yeah,
it should be ignored, so I shouldn't have to sign anything either because I've stated my case and my case was closed. It's like double jeopardy. You can't try for somebody for the same thing when it's already been closed and proven not to be so. Do you understand?
I do understand. Yeah, um,
So I don't understand. I mean, we can acknowledge right now through the phone that I've listened to your interview and I answered your questions and I've stated my case and this should be the end of it because, like I say, this complaint was made the day after my case was closed, which you said within the 3 month period you ignore it. Therefore, the letter should not be sent out in the first
yeah,
place.
but it came to me,
I
so
know
to
it came
say.
to you, but
So
by law, that's how
my,
due process works.
yeah, so
It's within the law I'm
yeah,
speaking. I'm not just, you know, that's how it works, due process works. So, as far as I'm concerned, this case now is completely closed because it was within the 3 month period. It was the day after my case was closed. It's inconvenient it's more complex than, a complaint needs to be put forward. I mean, do you understand?
I understand what you're saying. It's just as I say, I I will send the statement out that I made. If you don't wish to sign it, that's entirely your choice.
Right, if that's going to proceed, I will. Yeah, I will be indeed writing my own statement,
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. As I
and
say,
I'll be
I'll get the
signing it
statement
under
out to you.
duress, of course. But yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you'll get. As I say, I will send it out what I've written down on the statement. If you wish to alter it, put your own statement in, put a letter in with it, whatever you wish to do. That's your prerogative.
Right, okay.
Uh,
No
and
problem.
I will, yeah, and I will send out a reply envelope to yourself.
Right, okay.
All right. Thank you
Okay,
very
well,
much for your time.
thank you for your understanding. Anyway, you've been quite
Yeah.
reasonable compared to most, and I thank you for I thank you for your call.
Well, I've been here too long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.